Church. Stan, taking a look at this game tonight, Greenbrier East at 7-3. They're the number 5 ranked team in Class 4A. Bluefield at 8-3. And, they're ranked number 2, as I said a moment ago, in Class AA. However, these are two schools that have a long basketball history against each other. We look forward to another exciting game here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Last time we was here, we saw a three-quarter court shot send it into overtime, and then a half-court shot win it for Bluefield. What a dreadful night that was for the Spartans, who blew a big lead in that game and ended up losing in overtime. As you mentioned, long history between these two teams. There have been a lot of great games. I expect another one tonight.
As a matter of fact, the 1972 state championship team at Greenbrier East lost one game. It was right here at the Brush Fork Armory against the Bluefield Beavers. And speaking of the 1972 team, join us next Tuesday night in Fairleigh for a reunion of the 1972 Class AAA state championship team, as Greenbrier East will welcome back their team from 1972, and Warren Baker is coming back to town next Tuesday night. So look forward to that one. Hope everyone can come out for that, as Greenbrier East will take on the Beckley Flying Eagles. We'll come back and we will talk with East head basketball coach Jared Patton. You're listening to the Fritz's Pharmacy of Alderson Spartan Countdown on the Bear 103. 2 minutes. 2.
The power of 3. Greenbrier Chevrolet, Greenbrier Motor Company, and Greenbrier Ford. 3 dealerships who pay the most for your trade. I'm talking up to 33% over what other dealerships will offer, and way more than you'll get if you try to sell it yourself. In fact, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. So not only are the Greenbrier dealerships the best place to buy a car, they're also the best place to sell your car. So get to the Greenbrier dealerships in Lewisburg today and convert that car to cash.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
Hi, I'm Janet Niehawk with S.J. Niehawk Lumber, your home solution for 75 years. Whether your project's small or large, we can help fill your needs. Good luck to the athletes and coaching staff of Greenbrier East Spartans for the year 2022-23. Go Spartans!
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
To the Fritz's Pharmacy of Alderson Spartan Countdown on the Bear. Jeff Campbell talking with East head basketball coach Jared Patton, and coach the Spartans back on Saturday, playing their second home game of the year against the Washington Patriots. And your team took care of business. Final score, East 67, Washington 35.
Yeah, I was glad that Washington came down and played us. They owed us one from going up their way last year. Kids had a good time Saturday. We got to run a lot of stuff and challenge the kids to make sure we run all our stuff all the way through, whether it's on offense or defense. We ran many different defensive sets against those guys, so it was a fun game to be a part of.
Your team jumped out to a 19-2 lead at the end of the first quarter, led at 40-10 at halftime. That also gave you the opportunity not only to, experiment with a lot of different sets, but also to experiment with a lot of different lineups. Everybody got to play.
Yeah, that was a highlight of Saturday. Some of the guys who have had limited minutes so far this year, they got to go out and play. I think all of them got good minutes, and we had a lot of different lineups on Saturday, so it was just fun to see these guys play with each other.
9 different players scored, and that makes everybody happy.
That's right. We share the ball anyway, and having 9 guys score, that's only a plus for us.
I know we talked on Saturday about Washington came down on Friday. They played the Greenbrier West Cavaliers there on Friday night, had a double-digit lead in the second half, ended up losing that game in overtime. So did you see a difference in your kids between going into that Washington game on Saturday and maybe going into the Oak Hill game earlier that week?
Yeah, I mean, we were locked in ready to play Saturday, and Washington, they remind you of how Oak Hill plays. They play a 2-3 that's similar to Oak Hill. They got good guards, and it was good to see the kids locked in, and we played like we should have played.
Taking a look at some of the scoring, I know obviously Gabe Patton finished up with 11 points. How's that knee? Is he back to 100% yet?
Yeah, he's close. He's probably 80% or better. He still favors it a little bit, but it was good to see him, get to play a little bit, have some success on offense. I think he had 6-7 rebounds. It was good to have him back.
Jude Libby with 13 points, hit 3 threes, kind of set the tone early in that contest too.
Yeah, Jude did a great job. I mean, he shouldn't be one of our best post players, but he's probably one of our best shooters on the team. He also had 3 assists in that game he's really proud of. He passed everything out of the post. So they were kind of double teaming in the post, and he'd just kick it out, and our guys would knock it down.
Adam Seams only had 2 points on the game. However, there's so many other things like rebounding and assists and steals that he does that leads to team success.
That's right. I think he led the team in rebounding. I think he led the team in assists. So he's just an all-around great player. You never know what you're going to get out of him in a game. You just know it's going to be positive.
So the Spartans beat Washington 67-35. East is now 7-3. We'll come back, talk about tonight's game at the Brush Fork National Guard Armory. This is the Fritz's Pharmacy of Alderson Spartan Countdown on the Bear 103.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Hi, I'm Janet Niehawk with S.J. Niehawk Lumber, your home solution for 75 years. Whether your project's small or large, we can help fill your needs. Good luck to the athletes and coaching staff of Greenbrier East Spartans for the year 2022-23. Go Spartans!
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Welcome back to the Fritz's Pharmacy Spartan Countdown. Jeff Campbell talking with Spartan head basketball coach Jared Patton. And coach, tonight Spartans come in taking on the Bluefield Beavers, and the last couple of games for the Bluefield Beavers here in the last week, they had a 55-50 loss here in this building to the James Monroe Mavericks, and then last night though they go to Oak Hill and beat the Red Devils 54-44.
Yeah, I mean they're a good team. They're always a good team. I mean their coach has been here a while. He knows the recipe for success. I'm sure these kids will be ready. They got a couple good shooters, and they got a really good big guy in the middle.
last year, this was a Bluefield team that made it all the way to the state championship game in Class AA, lost to the Polka Dots there at the Charleston Civic Center. But just maybe a couple of weeks back before that, when we played here at the end of February, every time I think for years we're going to walk in this building and think about what happened last year with the 2 shots that Bluefield hit at the end of regulation and the end of overtime to beat us. Those are still hard to swallow.
Yeah, they are. I mean, that was a tough game. I mean, we had it towards the end there, and they just, I mean, the kid hit 2 great shots. I mean, that's all you can say about it.
Right. And I'm not taking anything away from him. Those were great shots, but those are, memories that are going to stick with Spartan basketball fans for a long, long time. In terms of the style of play that you guys play, basically a 5-guard set, that kind of matches up right with Bluefield, does it not?
Yeah, I mean, our matchups is good. We don't have a big kid like they have, but as for guard-wise, it'll be a fun contest tonight, and, whoever executes the best is going to win this game.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win against Washington. Good luck tonight here against Bluefield. We'll talk to you Saturday afternoon when South Charleston comes to Fairleigh.
Thank you, Jeff. Go East.
This is the Princess Pharmacy of Alderson Spartan Countdown on the Bear 103.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
Hi, I'm Janet Niehawk with S.J. Niehawk Lumber, your home solution for 75 years. Whether your project's small or large, we can help fill your needs. Good luck to the athletes and coaching staff of Greenbrier East Spartans for the year 2022-23. Go Spartans!
Shopping pre-owned? Know this. Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard have over 400 pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of four-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive SUVs, and luxury sedans. Mountaineer has the vehicle you want at a price you want to pay. Credit approval is easy, and most vehicles come with a balance of a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So shop Mountaineer's 2 great locations, Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard, or shop them online at mountaineerautos.com. That's mountaineerautos.com.
Back inside the Brushfork National Guard Armory here in Bluefield, West Virginia. Jeff Campbell, Stan Unrow from the Parmar Stores Press Row. And Stan, starting lineups being introduced tonight in this contest here before the crowd at Brushfork Armory, and you've got to look at them for both ball clubs.
Yeah, we'll start first for Bluefield. They'll go in the backcourt. Cameron Gore along with Sincere Fields up front. Will Looney, Caleb Fullen, and the big kid R.J. Harrison in the middle. For the Spartans, they'll go with what they've been going with here lately. Adam Seams, Goose Gabbert, Gabe Patton, Caden Huffman, and Bryson Brammer.
Bluefield will be in their home white uniforms here tonight. Beavers across the chest in maroon. And Greenbrier East in their alternate gold uniform here tonight on the road at Bluefield. Our referees for tonight's game, it'll be Jay Rutledge, Scott Cantley, and I wasn't joking when I said this Saturday, Josh Wright back again. I think he had about 8 or 9 games for East last year, and including the game here at the Brush Fork Armory when Bluefield hit those 2 shots at the end of regulation and the end of overtime to win it.
You know, looking at this Bluefield team, Will Looney looks like he's grew about 4 inches since last year. Caleb Fullen looks like he's grew about 3 inches and put on some muscle. This same kids that we played last year, both teams can come back pretty much completely intact. And R.J. Harrison, the big kid in the middle, is a monster.
So the lineups have been introduced here. This game on our schedule was expected to start at 7 p.m. JV game got started a little bit late tonight, and Stan, it went all the way down to the wire. Bluefield won that one late.
Yeah, you know, just physical JV game, a lot of fouls, you know, a lot of free throws there down the stretch, and took a little longer than expected, and the Beavers pulled out a hard-fought win.
Adam Seams will jump it for Greenbrier East. Again for the Spartans, it's Brammer, Patton, Seams, Huffman, and Gabbert. For Bluefield, it'll be Gore, Fields, Looney, Fullen, and Hairston. Jay Rutledge brings it to the center circle. Ball's in the air. The tap is controlled by the Bluefield Beavers. Sincere Fields runs the point for Bluefield, the number 2 ranked team in Class AA, coming in with a record of 8-3. They'll feed it inside. The layup shot missed down low by Fullen. Rebound to the Spartans. Here comes East.
Real good pass that time by Hairston, and layup just blown that time by Caleb Fullen. Won't see that a lot.
Spartans have it in the front court. Gabbert finds a lane, drives to the baseline, puts it up, shot won't go. Rebound Fullen of Bluefield. Each team's first possession yielded no points. Beavers send it out front to Will Looney. Over on the right side to Cameron Gore. Down in the far corner to R.J. Hairston. Bluefield being very patient on this second possession. Fields out front, sends the pass on the left wing over to Gore. Now into paint, left elbow, 15-footer put up. That one is no good by Looney. Battle for the rebound comes down. It's controlled by Bluefield. Long 3 out front, no good, but the offensive rebound put back up and in by R.J. Hairston. Bluefield leads it 2-0. Beavers strike first.
Multiple opportunities there, Jeff. The offensive rebounds. Again, a lot of size mismatches out here. The Spartans see it pretty much every game.
Here Seams takes it down the lane, drives in. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with East.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. No call. Ball slapped out of bounds. Goes right back to East.
Here's the inbound. Gabbert, a right wing 3. It's good for Goose Gabbert. Gabbert gives East the lead at 3-2. At the other end, Bluefield drives in, and a shot on the baseline good for Cameron Gore. 4-3 Beaver. Bluefield by a point. And the ball up near half court, nearly stolen away, and the Spartans pick it up with numbers. Gabbert over to Seams, left side 3. Too strong. Rebound comes out long. It's saved by Brammer. And he was standing on the sideline right in front of the Bluefield bench. It'll turn back over to Bluefield.
Now Bluefield 1-point lead and the ball.
Beavers up the floor, leading 4-3. 5:40 to go in his first quarter. Inside, Hairston will lay it up and score.
Yeah, that's just a great cut to the basket by Hairston. Good pass. And that's just too easy.
6-3 Bluefield. 5.5 to go in his first quarter. Here's Huffman, drives down the left side. His shot too strong. And on the rebound, they'll get Huffman for a foul.
Be his first team foul, number 1. Beavers looking really crisp here on offense in the early going, setting things up, making the nice cuts to the basket. And twice Hairston's found himself basically wide open for easy layups, and that's a recipe for disaster if you're East.
Bluefield brings it up the floor. Sincere Fields out top. Gives it over on the right side to Looney. He'll send it down underneath, and the shot is up and in underneath for Caleb Fullen. Beaver leads it 8-3.
Yeah, this danger time for East here in the early going, falling behind, giving up layup after layup. That's 4 layups they've given up now.
Seams trapped at half court, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Bluefield. As Fields and Hairston had Seams bottled up there at half court. And now Seams will inbound. Here's Patton, feeds it inside for Huffman. Can't hold on to it, but gets it out to Seams. Gives it over to Brammer on the right side. Out top it goes to Seams again. He'll penetrate, take it down, has it stripped away and stolen by Cameron Gore, who lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, it went right out of bounds off Will Looney. And Looney all over Bryson Brammer. I was looking for him to get that shot, and you got to think he's probably giving it about 6 inches taller than Brammer.
Inbound goes off the foot of Goose Gabbard. Bluefield basketball with a 5-point lead.
Yeah, another turnover against the Spartans, and again, already trailing 8-3. Haven't got a good look at the basket in a while. On the other end here, Bluefield shot about 4 layups.
Fields has it on the right wing, goes out top to Fullen. He'll put it down with a couple of dribbles and hand it off now to Cameron Gore to the foul line. 15-footer put up, rolls out, no good. Shot missed by Looney, and on the rebound, there's a foul here on Bluefield. That'll go on Sincere Fields, his first, team foul number 1 on Bluefield. So Seams will bring it up the floor for Greenbrier East. Spartans down by 5 early. Seams sends it back out top to Patton. Patton from the right side. Let's go on a 3. It's offline. Rebound comes out long. It's out of bounds. It goes to Bluefield.
Yeah, couldn't tell on that one exactly who it went off. The shot was way off, and took an odd carom coming off the back of the rim. Spartans having all kinds of trouble getting a good shot.
Bluefield gets it down inside. Layup shot is good. That's the Beavers' Will Looney. And they lead it now 10-3. Bluefield with 8 straight points.
Yeah, 2 guys down there just 3 or 4 inches taller than everybody else.
Here's Seams. He'll fire from the left side. No good. Huffman will take it in off the rebound and draw a 2-shot foul. That'll go on R.J. Hairston of Bluefield, his first.
Team foul number 2. Huffman will go to the line to shoot 2. And it has been a while since the Spartans have scored.
And the free throw missed. Goose Gabbard hit a 3-pointer at the 6:25 mark of this first quarter. That was 3 minutes and 6 seconds of game time ago.
Over 3 minutes, and it seems like Bluefield shot about 4 layups since then.
Second one is up and good for Caden Huffman. That stops the 8-0 run. Bluefield leads it by 6 at 10-4. Here's Fields out front. Gives it on the right side to Fullen. Back over to Fields. Out top it goes. Shot is up and in for 3. That's Sincere Fields. Bluefield by 9, their largest lead now at 13-4. Gabbard has it for the Spartans. Now to Huffman inside. He'll send it out to Monquel Davis, who's checked in. Now to Gabbard. Let's go on a 3 out front. Good for Goose Gabbard. He's got 6 of the Spartans' 7 points. They trailed 13-7.
It's a nice look that time by Goose, and just an overplay by Bluefield. Bad job going for that steal, and then left Gabbert wide open for the 3.
Here's R.J. Hairston. His pass stolen away. Here comes Monquel Davis. Down the floor, works over the right side, feeds it off, and a foul called on the floor before the pass over to Chris Sinclair. That'll go on Bluefield's Sincere Fields, and Stan, that's his second for the point guard.
Team foul number 3, but that's big when your point guard picks up a couple early fouls.
Spartans inbound, trailing 13-7. Here's Huffman with it on the right side. Drives the baseline, has his shot blocked, gives it back to Gabbert. Inside, Sinclair off the glass and scores. Chris Sinclair makes it 13-9, cuts the Bluefield lead to 4. Beavers get it inside. Hairston post up and scores.
Yeah, just wide open again, third time.
And it's 15-9. Bluefield by 6.
If you're waiting for him to miss one of those, you're going to be here a while.
Here's Huffman out top. Davis squared for 3. Wide open. It rolls in for Monquel Davis. That's a big shot out front. He was wide open, Stan.
Cut the lead all the way down to 3 now at 15-12. Oh, and that's got to be a travel.
Sincere Fields basically threw it to himself.
Yes.
Beavers have it. Hairston sends it over on the left wing to Fullen. Back out front it goes to Gore. He'll feed it underneath. Layup shot good again for R.J. Hairston.
Yeah, and you got to quit trying to come up and double those guys in the paint. You got to let your defender defend him, because if you come off the double team, they're going to drop it to Hairston for the layup.
Bluefield by 5. Gabbert goes reverse on the baseline, lays it up and scores. John Goose Gabbert makes it 17-14. He's got 8 of Greenbrier East points. Underneath, Bluefield puts it up. Shot missed by Looney. Rebound comes down the Spartans. Seams to Gabbert. A corner 3 for the tie. It's no good. But Gabbert gets his rebound. He'll fire a 2. That one won't go. Bluefield pulls it down with 25 seconds to go in the first. Lead pass down to Gore. Driving shot no good. Fields it over to Fullen. Goes out top to Fields. Down to 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bluefield leads it 17-14. Here's Fields. I'm sorry, that's Gore. Out on the left side. Fullen for 3. No good. Rebound Huffman. And after 1, it's Bluefield 17, Greenbrier East 14. You're listening to Spartan Basketball on the Bear 103. 60. Greenbrier East 14. And Stan, Spartans trailed by as many as 9. I think they're pretty fortunate right now. They're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to find a way to just stay in front of your man and not try to double off, because every time you leave your guy, it's going to leave Hairston open for layups. So when that guy's driving down the lane, you got to trust your guy's going to make the play.
Spartans have the ball to begin this second quarter. Monquel Davis goes up top to Seams. He'll drive into paint, send it over to Sinclair. Sinclair slashes, drives. His shot won't go, but the rebound comes out to Huffman. and Huffman called for an offensive foul as R.J. Hairston stood in there and took the charge. Caden Huffman's picked up his second.
Yeah, 2 team fouls, both of them against Caden. Now we'll see Jude Libby check in for Huffman, and this should help a little bit with Hairston down low. Got to tell him to stay home, though. Got to stay on Hairston. Don't come off the double team, because if you do, they're going to be shooting a layup.
Bluefield has it, and they throw it away as Cameron Gore trying to get it over to Brendan Fong, and just too high. It's out of bounds. It'll be Spartan possession.
Yeah, pretty good reflexes there by Coach Austin.
That old softball reflex coming back on him, is it?
Hey, dodged it like a middle school cheerleader.
17-14, Bluefield by 3. Spartans have it. Here's Gabbard up top. Gabbard drives down, lays it up with the left hand, and scores. Goose Gabbard's got 10. Spartans trail by a point now. It's 17-16.
Yeah, great move that time. Good body control by Goose Gabbard, and was able to get that shot to roll in.
Beavers working around the left wing to Fong.
Spartans in a zone now.
Gore up top on the right side to Fuller. Caleb Fuller for 3 from the right wing. It's no good. Rebound comes out long. Fong.
Oh, he walked.
Picks it up and travels. And I think Monquel Davis said something to referee Scott Cantley. I think saying, hey, he walked, and I think Mr. Cantley may have told him, I'll call the game, you play the game.
Absolutely. I got this, young man.
And he did call it. It is a travel against Bluefield. So the Spartans now have led it one time at 3-2. Trail by a point here. Ball knocked away, but picked up by Seams. Feeds it in the corner. Here's Goose Gabbard. A 3 for the lead. No good. Bluefield rebounds. Caleb Fuller gives it off now to R.J. Hairston. Into the front court. Gives it off to Fuller on the right wing. Now in the corner to Fong. Cross court on the left side to Gore. Gore will drive in, take it up, lay it up, and score.
Nice Euro step.
Cameron Gore gives Bluefield a 3-point lead at 19-16 with just inside of 6 minutes to go in our second quarter.
Yeah, they had us in scramble mode there, moving that ball very quickly. Nice job. Once Gore got him out of position, is able to lay it in.
Gabbard drives in and reverse layup, scores again. Goose has a dozen. Bluefield by a point. 19-18. Beavers in the paint. They'll put it up and score. That's Will Looney now with 4 points. 21-18 Bluefield.
It's just easy there, and that's good ball movement against that zone, and he ended up with a wide open 10-footer.
Here's Gabbard, feeds it into Sinclair. He goes up, loses it out of bounds. It'll be Bluefield basketball.
Yeah, tough break there. It's a great pass. Sinclair just couldn't hold on to it.
And for Bluefield, Sincere Fields will check back in with 2 personal fouls at the 5:11 mark of this second quarter, and Bluefield ahead by 3.
Yeah, the matchup's a little more even now once he steps off the court. Height matchups pretty even now across the board.
Beavers have it. Here's Cameron Gore. Inside, ball stolen away by Seams. Lead pass down the floor is stolen back by Fields of Bluefield. As Seams tried to lead Gabbard, but Fields just too fast and gets down and retrieves the ball. So back-to-back turnovers now, and Bluefield gets it back out front. Gore for a 3. Too strong. Rebound to Fields. Gives it back out to Gore. Works the left side of the court. Sends it in the lane. The ball knocked away, and it is a steal this time for Seams. Seams leads a 1-on-2, feeds it over to Sinclair, lays it up and scores. That's Chris Sinclair on the layup with 4 points. 21-20 Beaver.
Looked like Sinclair was going to dunk that ball. He's up above the rim and didn't get it to throw down, but it rolled in, and that's all that matters, the 2 points.
Under 4:20 to go in this second quarter. Here's the pass inside from Fong, and it's kicked by Seams. It'll be Bluefield basketball. These teams will meet again in Fairleigh coming up on February the 17th. That'll be a Friday night. It will be senior night.
Gabbard takes his 12 points, and he'll take a seat right now. Bryson Brammer back in the game. Be nice to see him get going from 3.
Yeah, would. Bluefield with it. Thong gives it over to Glenn Keene, who's checked in for the first time. Back over to Fields. Works it between the circles on this brand new basketball floor here at Brush Fork Armory. Here's Keene out front. Fields open three, hit it. Sincere Fields with 6, and it's 24-20 Beaver.
He hit that from about 5 feet behind the line.
Seams walks it up the floor, gives it over on the right side to Libby. Now to Monquel Davis, head of the key. He'll drive in, nearly lost it in the paint. Sends it out to Libby. Jude Libby, an open three is no good. Too strong, but the rebound, Sinclair puts it up. Can't get it to fall. It rolled all the way around the rim. It goes out of bounds to Bluefield.
So Sinclair worked hard.
Went between three defenders to get that rebound.
Did all the work and then missed the easiest shot he'll have all night. And just a tough break here.
Bluefield by 4, Beaver basketball. Here's Keene on the left side. Guarded by Brammer, sends it over in the corner. Looney will drive, the runner's up, it's no good. Sinclair pulls down the rebound. Hands it off to Seams. Into the front court comes Adam Seams, works the left side, bounce pass underneath. Layup is good for Monquel Davis. What a pass by Adam Seams, and Bluefield wants a full timeout. 2:55 to go in our second quarter. Our new score is Bluefield 24, East 22. You're listening to Spartan Basketball on the Bear 103. Armar Stores Press Row at the Brush Fork National Guard Armory in Bluefield. Greenbrier East trailing 24-22. Bluefield has possession. Stan, the Spartans trailed by as many as 9 points. Have to feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They weathered the early storm. They look like they've shored things up with this zone, not giving up the layups.
Turnaround shot at the foul line, no good for Gore. Rebound to Sinclair. He'll give it off to Seams. Down the floor comes East. Gabbert in the left corner to Libby. Out top to Seams, who will feed Brammer for the layup, and he'll score. Bryson Brammer with a rare two-pointer. Stan, he's mostly known for his threes, has tied this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
At 24 all.
And that's just a good cut to the basket there. The defender overplaying him. He cuts to the basket, gets the nice pass, easy layup. What moving without the basketball does.
Cameron Gore gives it over to Glenn Keene on the right wing. Gore thought about a three, gives it back over to Keene. He'll penetrate in, and we got a foul called on the shot. That'll go on Brammer, his first.
It's only the third team foul. The other two on Caden Huffman. So nobody in real foul trouble at this point.
Stan, you know this floor. I was talking with an old college friend of mine, Mike Collins, who's the principal here at Bluefield High School. I asked him about the floor. He said they got this from the University of Miami.
All right.
And it is really nice. Got the state of West Virginia outlined at center court with BHS initials, the Beaver logo on each side, and both free throws now missed by Glenn Keene, and the Spartans in a tie game have possession with 1:45 to go in the half. Here's Davis out front, gives it over to Gabbert. Now to Libby. Brammer has it on the left wing, drives over up top to Sinclair. His pass nearly knocked away. Inside, Sinclair puts it up and scores, and the Spartans have the lead. A 6-0 run by Greenbrier East, and they lead it 26-24 over Bluefield.
Yeah, and Sinclair already 6 points in the game.
Here's Gore. Gives it up to Fuller, out top to Fields. Back on the right side to Keene. Keene down in the corner to Looney. 1:03 to go in the half. Here's a long three. That's an air ball by Keene. It's going to be out of bounds to East. And now for Bluefield, Keene will come out, and R.J. Hairston will come back in with his 8 points.
Yeah, absolutely. And they got to find a way to get him the ball. And this zone really has kind of taken him out of the game this last quarter. So give Coach Patton some credit there. I know he likes to play man-to-man, but he saw with the two guys with a big height advantage, they were wearing us out with that high-low, and goes to a zone and has really slowed Bluefield down.
Brammer drives in. His shot no good. Sinclair pulls in a rebound. His pass stolen away by Bluefield. Here's Hairston down the floor. Feeds it underneath to Looney on the left side. He'll put it up. No good. Libby retains for Greenbrier East. 30 seconds to go in the half. The Spartans with a 2-point lead in the ball and stand there going to hold for one.
Yeah, absolutely. Great defense there by Jude Libby.
Here's Gabbard out top. Gore on him defensively. And we've got a trip there at half court. They're going to call a foul on Bluefield. That'll go on Cameron Gore, his first.
It's only team foul number 4.
Seams will check in now for Sinclair. So you gain some ball handling and shooting here.
Yeah, absolutely. Lose a little bit of rebounding. Sinclair has been a demon on the boards tonight.
Spartans will inbound with 15 seconds. Here's Seams. Over to Gabbard on the left wing. Gabbard will drive. His pass over to Libby. Out to Brammer. A three with 7 seconds is no good. Bluefield rebounds. It's Fields. He's bottled up. Here's another half-court shot, and that one hit the back of the plate for Caleb Fuller. Shades of last year at the Brush Fork Armory. And we've come to the end of the first half from the Brush Fork Armory in Bluefield with our score, Greenbrier East 26, Bluefield 24. You're listening to the Jeremy's Barbershop halftime show on the Bear 103. This is the Jeremy's Barbershop halftime show. Greenbrier East trailed by as many as 9 They fought back and take a 2-point lead here at the break, 26-24 over the Bluefield Beavers. Jeff Campbell, Stan Unrow from the Parmar Store studio, but for a few moments, I have booted Stan out of the mix here, and I brought in an old friend of about 30 years, and it's Jim Holland. Jim Holland, who is the former general manager of the Princeton Reds, Princeton Devil Rays baseball team. And Jim, we've known each other a long time, your long career in professional baseball. You've come out with a book. You know, everyone always says, well, you ought to write a book. You ought to write a book. Everybody says to everybody else, you ought to write a book. Jim, you wrote a book. It's called My Fortunate Detour. Why was it named My Fortunate Detour?
Well, Jeff, first off, thanks for having me. And if you look at the cover of the book, you see the detour sign with a baseball hitting the detour sign, which basically means I'd started out in one way of life, growing up at Dunbar, West Virginia, going to college. 10 years into the corporate sector, you meet the one individual. You just go your direction in life, and sometimes things happen. I met an individual. He drew me into baseball. Everything changed for me, coming down to southern West Virginia with a 30-year baseball career, all because of that one detour.
You started off in Huntington, right?
Started off in Huntington for a couple of years, 90 and 91. At that time, I was more just a hanger-on, a fan transitioning into baseball, and just learning my lessons. And little you know it, just about 2 years after starting Huntington, I was running my own minor league team. You know, one of only 160 people in America as a general manager of an MLB-affiliated team in Princeton.
How'd you end up in Princeton? Because you're from Charleston, you're from Dunbar. We won't mention the 72 state championship game in basketball, but you went to Morris Harvey, now the University of Charleston, so you end up in Princeton. How'd that happen?
Well, once again, it just started because of this detour, and when Princeton decided they wanted their first full-time general manager, they came looking to a club that had a lot of full-time employees, a little more around-the-clock experience throughout the years. I was the second guy to go down from Princeton or from Huntington, and was the guy they gave the job to.
So the book tells the story of your career in professional baseball here in the state of West Virginia. How's that book been selling so far?
The book, Jeff, has been doing incredibly well. It really exceeding what I thought it would do. We launched the book on November 12th. We're not on the Amazon platform right now. That was my choice to bring an inventory and see what I could do with it myself. We'll go to the Amazon platform someday, but we're not there yet. We ordered a lot of inventory to start with, and as of us talking right now, we are 94% through that inventory.
That's great.
So we're getting ready to replenish and then maybe add the Amazon platform down the road.
How can people order this book, My Fortunate Detour by you, Jim Holland?
Well, at this point, Jeff, really you just come through me. You contact me. I'm the author, Jim Holland. You can either direct message me on Facebook. You can find me, Jim Holland, or call my cell phone direct, 304-920-7100. I am equipped to take credit cards, cash, check, and we can ship next business day.
This book, I mean, it's not just a black and white book. It's more of a book that is about stories and people that you've met along the way, as compared to, just your. When you think about baseball, everybody thinks statistics. Yours is stories of people and events through that career.
Well, obviously, when you write a book, you want to appeal to the masses. And not all the masses like to sit and look at a bunch of numbers all day, probably even including me. And, we know what minor league baseball is all about. And this is about a lot of the stories that are funny that anybody can appreciate. Even if you're the last person in your family that wants to come to a minor league game, we could tell you about stories of celebrities we have crossed paths with, one in the nation's capital that you'll have to read into the book to see who it was, or just people that wears a different hat every day to the game, or the one time that we looked for a package for 2 weeks coming from another one of our clubs that wound up in another stadium, and the reason we couldn't ever find it was the sender had addressed it to himself.
Well, that's a problem.
I mean, that's one story I'll share. I told him to look for Princeton Rays with the player's name. After 2 weeks, I said, well, one package we have here is to so-and-so, who will protect his name.
Right.
And he said, you ever heard that name before? I said, yeah. It was somebody with the other club. And, of course, our farm director was not too happy while that was going on.
I know that, during your time in Princeton with having the Reds and the Tampa Bay Rays organizations come through, you had Seth McClung there in 1999. So, had a guy from a local guy. That was the only local guy, was it not, to come through Princeton during that time?
Well, I actually had one guy with the Princeton Reds, actually 92 and 93. We had a starting pitcher from Chapmanville, West Virginia, named Sam Mullins. He was actually our opening night starter in 92 and 93. And then before him, believe it or not, in 91, they had somebody from Matewan. That was before I got there, a player named Blake Bentley. But, yes, Seth was a nice bridge. He was a good guy. Of course, Seth had lived and died by the fastball, and mostly lived by it in high school and had some things to learn. But he went on to a terrific professional career. I wouldn't want to bat against him.
I wouldn't either. He offered me one time to catch him. I wouldn't do it.
No. I could see that move and move somewhere you don't want it to hit. But he's a great guy, and now, of course, he's moved on and doing all this great work in Florida with these youth academies and bringing those kids up here in the summers and Seth's an ambassador for West Virginia in that case.
I think it's very possible that Seth is listening to us right now.
I would be surprised if he's not.
I know that Seth is a huge Spartan supporter and follows up with Greenbrier East down in Florida. So, Jim, listen, congratulations on the book. I look forward to reading it. I've got my copy, my autographed copy here right in front of me.
And for all your listeners, you are in there.
Well, that's okay.
That's another Greenbrier County connection there.
That's not why I had you on. That's not why I asked you to come here tonight, but I did want to have the opportunity to talk to you about this book, because here's what it is. It's about sports, and it's about Southern West Virginia, and I think that's what makes it special.
I think it's a travel log for our state, too, a little bit, because I do some descriptive things about the area we live in. Only thing I would add, Jeff, because I know we have to run here, anybody that did not get my contact information,
can get it from me.
I know somebody that knows it. So.
I can get it out to you. So if you didn't hear it, again, hear from Jim Holland, you contact me, and I'll get you in touch with him. So, Jim, thanks a lot. Great luck with the book, and we look forward to seeing you down the road soon, okay?
Well, we look forward to it, Jeff, and we appreciate your contribution to Princeton baseball history. So we're going to get those Greenbrier County people to buy it, say, what in the world's Jeff Campbell got to do with this?
I almost wore my 1994 Appalachian League championship ring here tonight.
Yep, the only championship team we had.
That's true.
So.
My Fortunate Detour by Jim Holland, and it's on sale now, about a career in minor league baseball in West Virginia. We'll come back, get the third quarter underway after this 30-second timeout. A 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Jeremy's Barbershop halftime show on the Bear 103.
Shopping pre-owned? Know this. Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard have over 400 pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of four-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive SUVs, and luxury sedans. Mountaineer has the vehicle you want at a price you want to pay. Credit approval is easy, and most vehicles come with a balance of a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So shop Mountaineer's two great locations, Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard, or shop them online at MountaineerAutos.com. That's MountaineerAutos.com.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine. The
third quarter underway here at Brush Fork. Bluefield, trailing by 2, has possession, and they've tied the game on a layup with R.J. Hairston. Stanley's got 10. We're back where we started at the beginning of the game. Tied now at 26.
Yeah, there you see the first adjustment made against that zone. They're going to try to throw it over the top.
Seams will drive in. His shot falls off the rim. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to Greenbrier East.
So they had Huffman on him, but they just threw completely over the top of the zone. Hairston's able to go up, make the catch, and then lay it in.
Bluefield underneath defensively stops the Greenbrier East shot, but nearly stolen away. There's a battle for it in the far corner. Bluefield picks it up, and here they go on a run down the floor. Cameron Gore drives, lays it up, and scores. Bluefield with 4 in a row to begin this third quarter, leads at 28-26. At the other end, Spartans get it back. Brammer a long 3, and it's good. Brammer from the right side from at least 25 feet away gives the Spartans the lead at 29-28.
Pretty good look that time by Bryson Brammer. He was wide open. He's a little further out than normal, but he was so open, had plenty of time to set his feet and square up and knock that shot down.
Here's Bluefield with it on the left wing. Will Looney for a three. It rolls out. Seams will rebound. Lead pass down to Gabbert. Gabbert racing down the left side. Feeds it over to Huffman. The layup shot is good. Caden Huffman off the assist from Goose Gabbert. And the Spartans open up a 3-point lead. 31-28. Bluefield now throws it away. Seams with a steal. Seams drives down. Takes it underneath. Lays it up the left hand and scores. Adam Seams with his first points of the game. 33-28. East's largest lead is now at 5.
Yeah, and all keyed by the defense here the last couple of possessions. Nice job that time to steal, and then coast to coast for Adam Seams. Did a nice crossover there and laid it in with the left hand.
Bluefield gets it back. Hairston has it knocked away. Here comes Gabbert down the floor. Gabbert, patient, drives, feeds it off to Sinclair, takes it underneath, post up, lost it. Picked up here by Gore. Here's Gore down the floor, sends it underneath, ball knocked away, it's out of bounds. It'll belong to Bluefield. Seems nearly had another steal.
Yeah, absolutely. Long arms, gets up there high in the air and is able to knock that down. Very nearly come down with it, but goes out of bounds. Back to Bluefield.
And on the inbound, they'll try the lob, and it scores for Will Looney.
Yeah, again, just kind of throw over the top of that zone, that time from the baseline, but same philosophy, whether you're at the top of the key or throwing it inbounds. Just get it up high.
Bluefield by 3, and Brammer has his shot blocked by Fuller. Up the floor comes Bluefield. Fields out top, a 3 for the tie. It rolls out. Rebound comes down to Gore. Out to Fuller, left wing 3, wide open, no good again. Sincere Fields pulls it out now.
Yeah, rim seems very tight down there. It's not wanting to stay down for him.
In the lane, shot put up, rolled around, missed by Hairston. Bluefield picks up the rebound. Here's Cameron Gore.
Fourth opportunity here.
Into Hairston, just inside the foul line. Gives it back to Fuller. In the corner, Looney open 3, good. And if you give them enough chances, they're eventually going to cash in. Looney hits the 3. He's got 9, and we're tied at 33. 4.5 left in this third quarter.
Back and forth we go.
Seams feeds it over to Huffman. His baseline 18-footer is off the glass. Rebound to Sinclair. Now to Brammer for 3. He hits it and draws the foul. A chance for the 4-point play. Brammer hit it on the left side this time from the wing, about 25 feet away. Count the basket. The foul goes on Bluefield's Caleb Fuller, his first.
Brammer, 6 quick points here in the second half. He's got 8 in the game, and he'll go to the free throw line, and he can pile them up in a hurry from that 3-point line. Opportunity here for a 4-point play.
It's up. It is good. Brammer with 9. 7 here in the first 3.5 minutes of the third quarter. Spartans lead it 37-33. Bluefield, here's Looney. He'll fire from the foul line. It's no good. Shot missed, and the rebound comes down to Brammer, and he tries to feed it up to Jude Libby, who wasn't looking. Back comes Bluefield, and Hairston lays it up with the left hand, and he'll score. 37-35 East.
Hairston 6 out of 7, and he's been right at the basket every shot.
Here's Brammer left alone. He'll try it again. This one no good, but Sinclair rebounds and scores. Stan, how do you like Chris Sinclair? He's got 8 points. Yeah. 39-35 East.
And has just dominated the boards when he's been in the game, just all over the place.
Bluefield basketball. Here's Gore on the left wing. Out top to Fields. Now to Gore again, shaded to the right of the elbow. Cross court to Looney, out top to Fields. Here's Hairston cutting inside. In the corner, a wide open 3 is good for Bluefield, and that goes to Jose Smith, who we've seen for the first time. 39-38 East. Gabbert over to Seams, cross courts over to Libby. He'll let go on a 3, right wing, no good, rims out, rebound to Looney. And the Beavers can take the lead. Here's the three by Gore, and it's good.
Wow.
Cameron Gore with 9, and it's 41-39 Beaver.
Yeah, back-to-back threes, and then Sinclair down low.
He's got 10 now. Chris Sinclair's tied it at 41. Bluefield works it out front to Fields. On the right side to Gore. In the corner to Looney. His pass inside for Hairston. Draws the double team, and now Hairston will pull it out. Gives it out front to Fields. Fields stops his dribble and is nearly knocked away by Brammer, but Fields picks it back up. Gives it over to Smith. Here's the drive. Fields floats, no good. Rebound to Sinclair. We're tied at 41. Spartans have the ball. 1:50 to go in the third. Gabbert takes it inside, gives it back out to Seams. He'll stop in the paint. Back over to Gabbert on the right wing. John Goose Gabbert will drive, put it up, and draw the foul. 2 shots here for Gabbert. That one goes on Cameron Gore, and that's his second.
Only team foul number 2. Still nobody in the game with 3 fouls. Gabbert will go to the line to shoot 2. He's got 12 points all coming in the first half.
Here's Gabbert, and he rattles it in.
One looked a little flat, not like the normal arc it comes off his shot, but as it is when you're a 90% free throw shooter, those usually go in.
And the second one is on its way, and it is good. Gabbert with 14. He had a 12-point first half, and the Spartans lead at 43-41. Here's Fields. Over to Looney on the left elbow. Back out top to Fields. Now the left side for Gore in the corner. Looney for 3. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Patton, who's checked back in. Gabe Patton gives it off to Monquel Davis. Spartans lead by 2. 1:15 to go in the third. Here's Davis. He'll try. Feed it into Libby. He'll put it up. Shot will not go, but the rebound comes out to Gabbert. Cross court. Over to Monquel for a 3. It's no good. Libby rebounds. Post up. Has it knocked away. It's out of bounds and will stay with East.
Pretty good ball movement that time by the Spartans. Got a couple good looks at it, and that time Libby's shot just blocked from behind.
Seams will inbound, gets it into Gabbert, long 2, 15-footer right side, rims out, rebound comes down to Hairston. Hairston brings it up the floor by himself. He'll square from 15, left side, and good. R.J. Hairston goes coast to coast down the left side, ties the game at 43.
Yeah, that's his first non-layup.
Spartans back at it, tied at 43. Gabbert drives inside, puts it up, draws the foul. That one's on Gore. It's his third. Cameron Gore with 3.
Now he is the first player in the game with 3.
And Gabbert will go to the line for 2 more.
They'll get Fuller back in, I'm sure, for Gore, so he doesn't pick up a 4th foul in the last 35 seconds.
Gabbert hits the free throw. (44-43) East. Second shot by Gabbert is good. He's got 16. Spartans lead by 2 again. Bluefield up the floor. 30 seconds to go in the third. Here's Fields out top. Bounce passes over the left side. Here's a 3 ball put up by Smith. It's no good. Gabbert rebounds, and the Spartans with a 2-point lead in the ball now with 20 seconds to go. Seams brings it up the floor, and Harrison was on him tight defensively. We're down to 12 seconds. Here's Davis. Gives it over on the left side to Gabbert with 6 seconds. Guarded by Fuller. Here's Gabbert, squares from 15. Shot no good. Rebound Bluefield. And we've come to the end of the third from the Brush Fork National Guard Armory. It's Greenbrier East 45, Bluefield 43. You're listening to Spartan Basketball on the Bear 103.
Shopping pre-owned? Know this. Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard have over 400 pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of four-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive SUVs, and luxury sedans. Mountaineer has the vehicle you want at a price you want to pay. Credit approval is easy, and most vehicles come with a balance of a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So shop Mountaineer's two great locations, Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard, or shop them online at MountaineerAutos.com. That's MountaineerAutos.com.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
Jeff Campbell, stand on road to Brush Fork National Guard Armory. Greenbrier East with a 2-point lead and possession here to begin this fourth quarter. 45-43. Stand both teams 19 points in that third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams just going at it back and forth. Great basketball.
Patton hits a three from the corner. His first basket tonight gives East a 5-point lead, 48-43. Here's Fuller. He'll try from the right side, and he knocks it in. Caleb Fuller's first three-pointer of the game makes it 48-46 East. Here's Davis. He'll try a three from the left side. No good. Looney will rebound. Outlets to Fuller. Down the floor comes Bluefield. Down by 2. Fuller has his ball stolen away by Monquel Davis. Davis racing down the floor, drives in, has it knocked away, stolen by Bluefield. It'll be out of bounds as Will Looney throws the ball off of Chris Sinclair's back and out of bounds.
Yeah, Monquel Davis did a nice job getting through traffic there. Thought he was going in for the left-hand layup. Ball stripped away, though, and ends up in the hands of Bluefield, and they throw it off the back of Chris Sinclair to retain possession.
Beaver ball down 2. Here's Fuller, gets it inside to Hairston out top. Here's a three, good for Cameron Gore. 49-48 Bluefield.
And he wanted to let everybody see him, held that hand out there a minute to let him know he knocked that one down.
Well, he's got 12. He's played well tonight, and a foul called here on Sincere Fields, and that's his third, Stan.
Yeah, they got a couple of guys with 3 now.
Gabbard inbounds. East down by a point. Now to Davis. Feeds Gabbard. He'll drive, put it up, and draw the foul on Cameron Gore, and that's number 4.
Should be team foul number 5. Oddly enough, look at here, team fouls 5-0 right now. Goose Gabbard will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 4 of 4 tonight. He's got 16 points in the game.
Here's Gabbard's first one. It's good. He's got 17. We're tied at 49. And we're going to have a timeout coming here for Jared Patton after this free throw. If it's good, it is. Goose Gabbard with 18. Timeout Spartans. 6:41 to go. It's Greenbrier East 50, Bluefield 49. A full timeout. Spartan basketball on the Bear 103.
Hi, I'm Janet Niehawk with S.J. Niehawk Lumber, your home solution for 75 years. Whether your project's small or large, we can help fill your needs. Good luck to the athletes and coaching staff of Greenbrier East Spartans for the year 2022-23. Go Spartans!
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
All right, now the timeout by Greenbrier East. The Spartans have a 1-point lead, 50-49. Bluefield has possession back after the Goose Gabbard 2 free throws. Sincere Fields runs the point for the Bluefield Beavers. He finds a lane, drives in, fires it up, shot won't go, but Hairston rebounds, can't get it to fall. It comes out wide now to Fuller, and a foul called here on Monquel Davis. Team foul number 1 on East comes at the 6:15 mark of the fourth quarter.
That'll be Monquel's first team foul, common floor foul, no free throws here.
Bluefield inbounds. Here's Fuller, left side, long three, good again. And you don't need him to start catching fire for Beaver. It's 52-50 Bluefield. Fuller now with 8, 6 of his 8 here on three-pointers in the second half. Here's Patton, will drive in. That shot won't go. It's out of bounds to East. Goes off the hands of Bluefield's R.J. Hairston, and the Spartans will inbound down 2 under their own basket.
Yeah, not sure how that didn't go in. It was all the way around that rim a couple of times.
Here's Seams, goes out front to Davis, left wing. Over to Gabbert. Up to Patton, back over to Seams, who brings it left. Underhands it, over to Patton. Now to Davis. Stand all the action happening on the left side of the floor, and then Seams will drive in and score. We're tied at 52. Adam Seams now with 4 points. Bluefield with possession. Fields sends it up top to Gore. Inside, Hairston post up, scores, and a foul on Sinclair. R.J. Hairston now with 16.
Just too strong in there, and really nothing Sinclair could do. He just compounded the problem by fouling him, because you're not going to stop that once he gets the ball right there. So eight in the first half, 8 in the second half for Hairston.
Patton and Davis will come out. Brammer and Huffman back in for East. Foul shot up and good for R.J. Hairston with 17 down. It's 55-52. Bluefield, 3-point lead. Greenbrier East with possession. Here's Gabbard on the left wing. He'll drive, feed it inside, the ball knocked away and stolen by Hairston.
Yeah, Goose got to shoot that ball. He tried to make the pass to Sinclair, who wasn't ready, and the ball goes off his hands for the turnover. But Goose needs to go ahead and just shoot that.
Here's Fuller. He finds a lane, drives and scores. He's got 10.
Spartans need a timeout.
East down 57-52. Here's Huffman. He'll put it up. Shot won't go. Huffman gets his rebound, forces it up and scores. Strong move on the offensive rebound for Caden Huffman, and East trails by 3. We're down to 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Gore gives it up top to Looney. Now over to Fields.
They're going to take their time. They got the 3-point lead. No need to be in a hurry.
Over in the corner now to Fuller. He'll pull it out on the wing, send it out top to Fields. Now Hairston over to Fuller for a 3. That one no good. Rebound comes in to Huffman. Huffman gives it off to Seams. Spartan ball down 3. Here's Seams. Crisscrossing down the lane. Feeds it into Sinclair. They're going to call him for an offensive foul.
Wow.
First personal of the game against Adam Seams.
I couldn't tell, couldn't really see what all happened inside, but Jay Rutledge, veteran official, makes the call, and tough break against the Spartans. Take away an easy layup for them.
So Bluefield gets it back, leading by 3. Here's Gore out front. Inside, they'll get it to Looney. He'll lay it up and score. Looney's got 11.
Yeah, again, just too much size right over the top of us. And again, this whole second half has revolved around that.
Seams will drive in, have it stripped away, but steals it back. It's knocked away again. Lead pass for Bluefield. Down to Harrison, drive and a dunk. Bluefield leads it by 7 with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, and this one's getting away from East, and I'm still not sure why we've not used the timeout here to slow this run down.
Gabbard feeds it underneath to Huffman. In the corner, here's Seams spotted for a 3, and it's too long. Huffman rebounds, scores, and a foul. They'll count the basket for Caden Huffman. That'll go on Caleb Fuller of Bluefield. 2:45 to go. And Patton will come in for Sinclair.
Yeah, you got to have some offense now, trailing by 5 here with 2:45 to go. Big free throw here for Caden Huffman coming up. Huffman was 7 in the game.
And that one will not fall. Rebound comes down to Bluefield. The lead at 5, 61-56. Here's Fuller, corner 3, no good. Looney rebounds, scores, and is fouled.
Well, you got the break you needed. You got the miss by Fuller, but you give up the rebound to Looney, who scores it, and he'll shoot 1. And that's foul number 2 on Adam Seams, and this one feels like it's slipping away, Jeff.
Looney now with 13 points. The lead at 6. He can make it 7 here, and he does. 8, 64-56. Looney now with 14 points. Here's Gabbard across half court. Spartans need to score quick, and here's Gabbard, lays it up and scores. Timeout East, Gabbard with 20. 2:22 to go. East down 64-58. 30-second timeout. Spartan basketball will return on the Bear 103. Yep. To go. Jeff Campbell, Stan Unrow from the Parmar Stores press row. Bluefield leading 64-58, and the Beavers will inbound. Spartans now with some full court man. Get it in to Fuller. Sends it down the floor to Looney. He'll drive, feed it off into paint. Gore lays it up and scores. Gore with 14. Bluefield by 8 now with 2:08 to play. Here's Gabbard now for the Spartans. Gives it off on the left side to Patton. Patton down in the corner, brings it out front, sends it over to Gabbard. Spartans down 8. Here's the drive. Gabbard will score and a foul. Puts it up with the left hand. They'll count the basket, and the personal goes on Bluefield. Sincere Fields, and that's his 4th. Gabbard with 22.
He'll go to the line again. He's 6 out of 6 tonight. He got 22 in the game. He's the high man.
It's good. And the Spartans' lead or deficit is cut to 5, 66-61.
Need
Spartans,
a turnover.
With some pressure, they nearly got one. Here comes Looney. He'll drive all the way and lay it up. And a blocking foul called on Caden Huffman. That'll be his 3rd. And 2 free throws coming up here for Will Looney. .141 to play. And that one is short.
That helps.
Lead at 5. If he makes this, it's still a 2-possession lead for Bluefield. It's up and good. Looney now with 15. 67-61. Spartans bring it up the floor. Here's Gabbard.
Don't have to have a three, but you'll take an open one if it's out there.
Up top, Seams, open three. Yes, for Adam Seams. He's got 7. 67-64, 127 to go. Spartans with a full court man. Here's Looney, and a foul called on Monquel Davis, his second with 1:20 to play.
That's okay. That's just team foul number 5, and you want to get to the penalty anyway. You're trying to get to the 1-and-1. So go for them steals while you can.
Bluefield 67, East 64. 1:15 to go. Here's Gore. Gives it up top to Fuller. Fuller brings it over the left side. Sends it down to Looney in the paint. Here's Hairston. They'll wave it off. They're going to call a foul on the floor before the shot. It'll be a 1-and-1. Foul goes on Brammer, his second. So R.J. Hairston with 19 points in a night goes to the line for a 1-and-1. It's up, it's no good, but Bluefield gets the offensive rebound. And another foul called here on Davis. That'll go on Davis, and I've got him for 3, Stan.
Yeah. Team foul number 8, so this will be a 1-and-1 here for Cameron Gore. He's had a big second half. Got 10 and a half, 14 in the game.
It's up, it's good. 68-64, 1 minute, 1 second left. Second shot is good. Bluefield by 5, 69-64, 1 minute to go. Here's Gabbard down the floor, takes it in, drives, puts it off the glass, won't go. Huffman rebounds to Brammer for a 3. That one too strong. Rebound comes out long now, and it's saved by Seams. Over to Gabbard. Gabbard drives in the right side, feeds it to Huffman, who scores. Timeout East. 69-66 with 40 seconds to go. Timeout, Spartans down by 3. Full timeout, Spartan basketball on the Bear.
You know, pretty quick, and that way you can force them. You got another 1-and-1 opportunity.
And Looney gets it into Fuller. A 2-on-2 break, and Fuller's going to circle it back around. And he's fouled by Monquel Davis with 33.9, and that's his 4th.
But that's a good job, Monquel. Got to go ahead and go for that steal, commit the foul if you have to. Put him on the free throw line, 1-and-1 here. Caleb Fuller, who has not shot a free throw yet tonight. He's got 10 in the game, 8 of them coming here in the 4th quarter. Always seems to make big shots against us.
And it's no good. He missed it. Down 3. Here comes East. Seams on a rebound. The Spartans need a 3 to tie.
2 to take the lead, or 2 will get you right where you want to be.
And Gabbard drives and scores. Timeout East. It's down to 1 with 23.8 to go. Bluefield 69, East 68. 30-second timeout on the Bear 103. .68 Bluefield ball. The Beavers lead by a point with 23.8 to go. Inbound comes to Cameron Gore.
Would like to foul Fuller or Hairston if you can. Maybe an over and back.
Nearly an over and back, but inside. Bluefield gets it down low, and a foul with 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, and that's going to be a 2-shot foul there either way. And that's Will Looney.
That'll go on Caden Huffman, his 4th. Coach Jared Patton arguing the over and back here at half court with veteran referee Jay Rutledge. Free throw is missed, and Bluefield gets the rebound. Those 2 shots, right?
2-shot foul.
So he missed the first. It was 2-shot foul, but everyone reacted on the miss.
And the Spartans have got what they wanted now. Even if he makes this, it's a 2-point lead. And you got a chance to tie with a 2 or win with a 3.
Here we go. Will Looney at the line. It is good. Bluefield 70-68. Timeout Beaver with 15 seconds to go. You're listening to Spartan Basketball on the Bear 103.
Yeah, absolutely. And your first option is a 2, but if you get in there and you can kick it out for the open 3, take it.
All right, here's the inbound to Gabbard. Cross half court. Down to 10 seconds. Gabbard drives in, lays it up, and scores. Gabbard scores. Here's the inbound for Bluefield. Down to 5 seconds to go. Fuller, a half-court shot. No good this time. And we're going to overtime at Brush Fork. He almost did it again. Caleb Fuller, who hit the full-court shot at the end of regulation last year, the half-court shot in overtime to win it for Bluefield. Man, that hit off the back of the rim. And we're going to overtime, tied at 70. We'll return. You're listening to Spartan Basketball on the Bear 103. You got Gabbard. makes his layup with 5 seconds to go, tied the game at 70. And Stan, Bluefield with 4 timeouts left really didn't know what to do, it appeared. They did not handle that the best they could have, probably.
Yeah, actually, when Gabbard made that shot, there was plenty of time to take the timeout and set up a play.
They did it with 1 second last year.
And instead, they tried to run it up court. He got trapped and had to just kind of throw up a shot from about 35 feet. Goes way hard off the back iron, no good. And here we go to overtime. And both teams, I think, got to feel pretty fortunate to be here right now.
We're going to overtime. Here's the tap. It's controlled by Bluefield. Fuller gets the tap.
I remember a little bit of foul trouble. Bluefield got a couple of guys with 4, as does East. I don't think East. Davis on the floor with
Davis with a steal. Here come the Spartans in a tie game at 70 in overtime at Bluefield. Spartan possession. Here's Davis. Drives down, nearly lost it, and he does lose it. It's out of bounds to Bluefield.
Yeah, in too big of a hurry there. Got to slow down. Don't let the moment get too big. And that time just a little out of control. Ball goes off his leg, rolls out of bounds. But we'll see. You make a mistake offense, come back, make a good play defensively. He had to steal the last trip down.
Sincere Fields on the right wing for Bluefield. 3:20 to go in overtime. Here's Looney out to Fields. Drives in, fires a long 2, and he hits it. Fields with 8, his first points since halftime. Bluefield leads it 72-70. Inside, here's the pass from Seams to Monquel Davis, who ties it at 72 at the 3-minute mark.
His first basket since the first half.
Now Beaver tries to answer and take the lead. 2:50 to go. Hairston out to Fields. Here's Gore up top for a 3. It's an air ball. It's out of bounds. It's Spartan possession with 2:42 to go.
Yeah, and that's a shot he's made tonight. Not that time, though. Hit a couple of threes here in the second half, but that one way short. Spartans with a chance to take the lead.
Here's Gabbard into the front court. We're tied at 72. Seams, they're going to call him for travel as Seams slipped and went to the ground.
And that's a good call. I mean, he did try to get the ball off, but by then he'd already hit the floor, and by rule that is a travel. Though you see a lot less called anymore. They lay down and roll over and move around.
That's true. We saw that earlier this year, did we not? Inside.
That's a walk.
Shot put up, missed, tipped up and in by Looney after R.J. Hairston couldn't get it to fall. They'll count the basket for Looney. The foul goes on Caden Huffman, who's now fouled out with 9 points.
Huffman finishes with 9 points in the game. Had 8 of them in the second half, but a lot of them on good looks, good open passes. So he'll be the first one to foul out. Spartans will send Jude Libby in.
Looney now with 18 points.
Yeah, Libby not really played since the first few minutes of that third quarter.
Looney hits the foul shot at 75-72 Bluefield. 2:15 to go in overtime here to Brush Fork Armory. Here's Seams, dribbles off to the right wing, gives it off in the corner to Gabbard, who will drive, put it up, and draw a 2-shot foul on R.J. Hairston.
Yeah, and I thought they might count that basket. There was a lot of contact up around that rim. No call there. That's just Hairston's second foul. Team foul number 8, but it's a 2-shot foul for Goose Gabbard.
Free throw, good for Gabbard. He's got 28. And now Sinclair will check in for Libby. .201 to go. second one no good. And the PA announcer's up here talking while Gabbert's shooting free throws. 75-73, Bluefield with the ball in a 2-point lead. It's ridiculous. Here's Gore, drives inside, puts it up. Offensive foul, no basket.
And that'll be 5 for Gore.
That'll be his 5th foul with 16 points. He'll leave with 1:45 to go in overtime. Gore called for the offensive foul.
So no basket.
And he will foul out. Caden Huffman's fouled out for East. And now Cameron Gore fouls out for Bluefield. And that'll bring in Brendan Fong for the Beavers.
Fouls out with 16 points. Had a really good game.
Spartans down 2, 1:45 to go in overtime. 75-73 Bluefield. Here's Gabbert, works it down the right side, skips it in the lane. Libby lays it up, won't fall. Rebound, Bluefield. They'll get it out to Looney, over to Fields. 1:28 to go. Bluefield by 2 in possession. Spartans had a great chance to tie. The shot just didn't fall for Libby. Back out to Bluefield's Fields. Head of the key to Fong. He'll feed it inside to Hairston. Bluefield ball with 1:05 to go. Standard looking like they want to run some clock here.
Yeah, absolutely. They got the lead. Spartans are going to have to, if they don't get a steal, going to have to foul.
And a foul called here on Gabbert. And that'll send Fuller to the line. Gabbert picks up his first personal of the game.
And that'll send Fuller to the line. Remember, he missed the free throw at the end of regulation for the Spartans to go down and get the tie. He'll get 2 here as they're in a double bonus now.
Missed the first. 59 seconds to go.
He's got 10 points in the game, 8 coming here in the fourth quarter in overtime.
This can make it a 3-point lead. It's up. It's good. 76-73. 59 seconds to go in overtime. East down 3. Spartans have possession. Here's Gabbert. Gets a screen from Libby. Works the right side. Hands it off to Brammer. Into the corner for Gabbert. Feeds it underneath to Brammer. Over the corner. Here's Libby. A 3 for the tie. It's no good. Bluefield rebounds. They'll send it out front. Down the floor comes Fong. He'll lay it up and score with 34 seconds to go. 78-73 Bluefield. They lead by 5. Davis drives. Ball thrown away. Nearly stolen back, and a foul called on Seams as it comes. With 21 seconds to go, Seams picks up his 3rd.
Yeah, Monquel a little out of control there. Hit Libby right in the foot with that pass. And just got to stay under control a little bit. Don't let the moment be too big for you. Spartans got a good look the other trip down with Libby. Shot just didn't go down.
Fuller hits the first. It's a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and that might do it. If he makes this one, it's all but over for the Spartans here tonight.
Fuller with 12 points. And that'll do it. It's a 3-possession lead. Spartans inbound with 21 seconds to go. Here's Gabbert on the left side in the corner for Davis for 3. It's up, it's too long. Rebound to Looney at Bluefield. And Gabbert fouls Fuller with 10.7 to go.
Yeah, really no need for that foul. You're not winning now with 10 seconds left. It's just going to make the game look better in the newspaper tomorrow.
Fuller goes to the line. He's got 13 points. He had 2 at halftime. He has sparked this Bluefield team in the second half and in OT. And he hits the first. Notice their PA announcer is quiet when they're shooting free throws. Did you notice that? 10.7 seconds to go. Second one is good. 82-73, 10 seconds left. Here's Gabbert. Over to Brammer. He'll fire the three, and it's no good. It rolls out. Rebound to Davis. It won't go, and we've come to the end of the game. Bluefield wins it by a final score of 82-73 over the Greenbrier East Spartans, outscoring East 12-3 in overtime. We'll return. You're listening to the Cornerstone IGA postgame show on the Bear 103.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
Hi, I'm Janet Niehawk with S.J. Niehawk Lumber, your home solution for 75 years. Whether your project's small or large, we can help fill your needs. Good luck to the athletes and coaching staff of Greenbrier East Spartans for the year 2022-23. Go Spartans!
Shopping pre-owned? Know this. Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard have over 400 pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of four-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive SUVs, and luxury sedans. Mountaineer has the vehicle you want at a price you want to pay. Credit approval is easy, and most vehicles come with a balance of a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So shop Mountaineer's two great locations, Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard, or shop them online at mountaineerautos.com. That's mountaineerautos.com.
Bluefield wins in overtime by a final score of 82-73. Beavers improve to 9-3. Greenbrier East falls to 7-4 with this loss on the road here tonight at the Brush Fork Armory. Bluefield and East battled all night. Beavers jumped out early, and they led it by as many as 9 points at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter when it was 13-4. Then the Spartans battled back, trimmed it down to 17-14 at the end of one. Then East outscores Bluefield 12-7 in the second. They took a 2-point lead into the locker room at halftime at 26-24. 19 all in the third quarter for both clubs. That gave East a 2-point lead at 45-43 going into the fourth period. And then Bluefield outscores East 27-25. They led it 70-68. with 15 seconds to go, and then Goose Gabbard drives down and scores the layup with 5 seconds to go, and Bluefield does not get off any kind of shot. Not a great shot anyway. I take it back as the Beavers' Caleb Fuller got up the floor and let another one go that would have won it at the end of regulation, but it was just offline, and he almost did it again. But in overtime, Fuller with some key shots, free throws down the stretch, and again, Bluefield outscores East 12-3. In that overtime period, they win it here 82-73 over the Greenbrier East Spartans. We'll come back, and Stan will take a look at our final numbers. We'll also name our Magic's Computers Player of the Game. Bluefield wins 82-73. You're listening to the Cornerstone IGA postgame show on the Bear 103.
The power of three: Greenbrier Chevrolet, Greenbrier Motor Company, and Greenbrier Ford. Three dealerships who pay the most for your trade. I'm talking up to 33% over what other dealerships will offer, and way more than you'll get if you try to sell it yourself. In fact, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. So not only are the Greenbrier dealerships the best place to buy a car, they're also the best place to sell your car. So get to the Greenbrier dealerships in Lewisburg today and convert that car to cash.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
Hi, I'm Janet Niehawk with S.J. Niehawk Lumber, your home solution for 75 years. Whether your project's small or large, we can help fill your needs. Good luck to the athletes and coaching staff of Greenbrier East Spartans for the year 2022-23. Go Spartans!
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Back inside the Brush Fork National Guard Armory, where the Bluefield Beavers close out the game on a 7-0 run. Spartans trailed 75-73, and then Bluefield on that 7-0 run over the last minute wins it tonight 82-73 over the Greenbrier East Spartans. Jeff Campbell, Stan Unrow here in our Parmar Stores press row. And Stan, it's time now for our Magix Computers Player of the Game. And tonight it can be no one other than Goose Gabbert with 28 points.
Yeah, absolutely. And Goose did it all. He's 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He made some acrobatic shots, up and unders, using the offhand. He was very creative in scoring tonight. 28 points leading the way for the Spartans, and he is definitely our player of the game.
So congratulations to Goose Gabbert, who finishes up tonight again with 28 points, hit the layup with 5 seconds to go at the end of regulation, and forced it into overtime, gave the Spartans an extra 4 minutes, but they come up short. So congratulations to Goose Gabbert, our Magix Computers player of the game.
We'll look at the stats or scoring for both teams. We'll start first with Bluefield. They were led in scoring by R.J. Harrison and Will Looney, both with 19 points. Caleb Fuller, 17 points, and 15 of those coming in the second half and overtime. Cameron Gore, 16. Sincere Fields with 8. Brendan Fong with 2, and Jose Smith with 3 for the Beaver. Greenbrier East, as you mentioned, our Magix Computer Player of the Game, Goose Gabbert with 28 points leading the way. Chris Sinclair added 10. Caden Huffman 9. Bryson Brammer 9. Adam Seams and Monquel Davis both with 7. And Gabe Patton with 3 for the Spartans, 73 points, and they just come up short here in overtime tonight.
We'll come back, tell you about our next broadcast, and wrap it up from here. Bluefield wins at 82-73. This is the Cornerstone IGA postgame show on the Bear 103. That's fine. Bluefield wins it here tonight over Greenbrier East by a final score of 82-73 in overtime, and the Spartans fall to 7-4. Bluefield improves to 9-3, and these two teams will meet up again coming up in Fairley on Friday, February the 17th. It'll be senior night from the Spartan Gym in Fairley, and that's where we return on Saturday. Greenbrier East returns home against the South Charleston Black Eagles, as we'll have an early afternoon tip time for that. JV scheduled for about 3 p.m. JV scheduled at 2:30, varsity at 4 p.m. on Saturday. So a 4 p.m. early start, and then the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans will be at home also on Saturday evening. So you get a boys and girls doubleheader. JV will begin the action there at around 2:30 on Saturday, then boys varsity, then girls JV, and then girls varsity coming up on Saturday night. So Greenbrier East Lady Spartans have not been playing the last few days because of Governor Jim Justice's COVID situation. So, in fact, I got to speak to him yesterday, and he told me they play Saturday. They're trying to get these 3 games that they missed last week rescheduled. So we don't have anything official on those yet, but when we do, we'll get them out to you on our social media platforms. Our next Greenbrier East Spartan basketball broadcast coming up Saturday afternoon from the Spartan Gym in Fairley as Greenbrier East takes on the South Charleston Black Eagles. Join us for the Fritz's Pharmacy of Alderson Spartan Countdown at around 3:45. Our tip is scheduled at 4 p.m. at South Charleston at Greenbrier East coming up on Saturday afternoon from the Spartan Gym in Fairley. That'll do it from here. Our final score again is Bluefield wins it in overtime 82-73. For Ralph Church, Stan Unruh, this is Jeff Campbell saying so long from Mercer County.